everybody likes to talk about the Week 18 incentives because there's a lot of players that need a few more things to happen, a few more stats, and they are collecting some paychecks. Let's go through all of them right now, and I'll tell you which ones I think have a good probability of hitting. I haven't looked at the lines for these players, though. But Matt Collins, 4 receptions. I think that is a great shot of hitting. There's not a more players coach in the NFL than Mike Vrabel. He wants to get these guys paid. And a guy like Matt Collins has bounced around at a lot of teams. It's not like he's on a 4-year, $100 million contract. Or like that guy could use a little bit of a bonus. $400,000 if he catches 4 balls. I think that's a play to look at. I don't know what his line is, but I would entertain it. Kendrick Bourne, 50 receiving yards. Jawan Jennings also has an incentive-based receiving yard total in this game as well. I wouldn't touch either of those receivers against this Seahawks defense. Don't be tempted just because there's an incentive doesn't mean a player is going to hit it. That being said, let's get back to Mr. Diggs making headlines for all the wrong reasons. 30 receiving yards, he gets $500,000. 8 receptions, he gets $500,000. Stephon Diggs will be in a fuck ton. You're going to see that name riddled all over my DraftKings Sportsbook this week. Let's just say that. I think this is a typical Stephon Diggs. Wouldn't let him date your sister. In the news for all the wrong reasons pertaining to his personal chef. That is a woman who apparently he owes back pay for. Not sure how a personal chef could be owed back pay. Probably something going on there. Not going to jump to conclusions, but hypothetically, if we were to jump to conclusions, the personal chef is probably upset about Stephon Diggs. Something relating to the fact that Stephon Diggs once upon a time had 2 different girls in the same hotel but separate rooms on Valentine's Day. Shows you what kind of guy Stephon Diggs is pertaining to how he feels about other women emotions, and he just plays with them a lot. You know what I mean? I think there could be some. Hypothetically, I'm not jumping to conclusions, but if I were to jump to conclusions, I would jump to the conclusion that this personal chef is a little bit salty because I don't know how a personal chef could ever be owed back pay. Stephon Diggs came out and said, I deny these allegations. The Patriots are like, yeah, we stand with him. You know how confident the Patriots are? Yeah, we stand with him. These are our guy. We're going to give you 15 targets, 8 catches, cash your $500,000 bonus, 30 receiving yards, cash that $500,000 bonus, and just the cherry on top, we're going to get you in the end zone because Devin Anderson said it's going to happen. Seriously, though, the Diggs, I'm all over Diggs today. I think everything that's happened with him this week, the Patriots are like, yeah, we stand firmly behind him. Diggs was like, yeah, deny all these allegations. I think he's going to be a man on a mission. This is a prime Stephon Diggs, toxic. He's going to go off, show all these whatever. Yeah, I'm still him. Never did it. Innocent. 8 receptions, $500,000. Make it happen. Book it. He's fighting the end zone as well. Sam Darnold, 3 passing touchdowns and 150 passing yards. He gets $1 million. 3 touchdowns is $500K, 150 passing yards, $500K. This Niners defense just got carved by Caleb Williams. They're not the greatest against the pass. I love me some Sam Darnold player props this week. Those are some plays I would like. Keenan Allen, 6 receptions for 750,000 yards, $750,000. 9 yards for $250,000. Depending if he plays or not. See what his line is. I could entertain this. I could entertain this a lot because I don't think his line will be up to 6 receptions. He's in like the later half of his career. Obviously, his career is dwindling. Maybe they just spam here, Keenan, getting that extra 750K for the boy. So he could be a play here. He could be in play here, depending on if he starts or not. Don't just go and blindly place that. Saquon Barkley, 87 scrimmage yards for 250,000. Take his scrimmage yards all day long here. I think it's going to be a heavy Saquon game out of the backfield. Or just carrying the rock here, man. I really think so. I think they're going to be winning in this game. They're going to lean on Saquon down the stretch, and he needs 87 scrimmage yards for 250K. Saquon needs to be in the bet slips this week. Tony Pollard, 66 rushing yards. The only reason I'm hesitant to take this is because the Jaguars do have one of the better run defenses in the NFL. But 66 rushing yards, that indicates high volume. Get this guy his total, which now that I'm thinking about it, doesn't feel good having a Cam Ward future when it might be a run-heavy scheme this week. Run-heavy game plan just to get Tony his 66 rushing yards. But I'm going to take both of them. I already have the future place, but I'm going to take Tony Pollard, 66 rushing yards, $250,000 if he gets over that. He's averaging 113 rushing yards over the last 4 games, so that's also worth noting. There's a bunch of other incentives, but those are the ones that jumped off the screen the most. To me, happy Week 18, NFL season, last NFL Sunday where all of our teams are playing. Everybody's team is playing. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Hit the follow button. Hit the subscribe on YouTube.